How to Come Out of Sadness. Hey champion, I'm Dr. Meghna Dikshit, author of You Matter, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to our channel. Here we explore the fascinating realms of mind and brain, share the secrets to success, help you heal your past, and prepare for a brilliant future. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. And to all our returning viewers, a heartfelt welcome. If you're ready to dive into the incredible world of brain potential, dive in the chat box right now. If you want more help from me to heal your past, then there are two links in the caption. One, register for our live seminar to train your brain to achieve all your goals. And second, you can purchase my book, You Matter, through the link and start your personal growth journey with me. So today's topic is how to come out of sadness. As humans, we feel many different emotions at any given point. Our choices, our decisions, the actions we take, including our perceptions, are all governed by these emotions that we are experiencing. In Natya Shastra, treatise on performance arts written 200 years before Christ, there is mention of Navarasa. Nava means 9 and Rasa means state of mind. These are Shringar, that is love and beauty, Hasya, that is laughter, Karuna is sorrow, Rudra is anger, Veer is heroism, courage, Bhayanak is terror and fear, Bibitsa is disgust, Adbhut is surprise or wonder, Shant is peace and tranquility. Much later, during the 1970s, Western psychologist Paul Ekman identified 6 basic human emotions that he suggested were universally experienced in all cultures. The emotions he identified were happiness, sadness, disgust, fear, surprise, and anger. Sadness or karuna is an emotional state of mind. It is a response to anything that is upsetting, painful, or disappointing. When we lose someone dear to us or we lose an opportunity, we feel sad. It's a very normal emotional state. Feeling sad is also good as it helps us to process life changes and gives us an insight into what is actually brewing underneath. Before I begin to give you the tips on what to do when you feel sad, let's understand what can be some of the underlying reasons that we feel sad. So are you ready to dive deep with me to overcome your sadness? Dive deep in the chat box. Let's understand the first reason for feeling sadness. Losing a sense of belonging. When we feel sad, what actually happens is we lose the connection. Connection gives us the sense that we belong. We belong in our job, our family. For example, you have a deadline to meet and for some reason, you missed that deadline. Your project head pulls you up on slacking. You feel sad that you had to hear them out. What actually you're feeling is the disconnection in that moment with your job, the work environment, and because you're feeling disconnected, the sense that you belong to this job is lost. And hence the emotion of sadness is coming up. It's the same with a family member or friends. When there is an argument, the sense of belonging is lost. Reason 2, feeling of rejection. Underneath sadness is also rejection. When I had my fallout with my first business partner, in the interim days, I was feeling deeply sad. Feeling sad was a blanket emotion. I was finally able to decode it to feeling rejected. My business partner had a big place in my life at that time. I looked up to her, and when the partnership failed, I felt rejected by her. Hence the sadness. Reason 3, losing the sense of freedom. Have you noticed when you say no to a child for anything that it is wanted, the child feels sad and makes a face? Why is that? As humans, one of the ways we feel fulfilled is when we have a say in our lives. We want something or decide something for ourselves, or we get to choose. We get the sense of freedom of exercising our choice. Freedom of choice is one of the highest values. When we face contrary to that, when decisions or choices are imposed on us, This value of freedom gets taken away from us and makes us feel sad. Reason 4. Feeling less of self. My child was 5 years old, and one day he came from school feeling very excited. In his drawing class, his teacher had given him a star on his drawing. He was feeling very happy, very accomplished. There were some guests at my home, and my child was excitedly showing his drawing to everybody. This guest took the drawing in their hand, looked at it, and said, nice, but you can do better. Instead of using this color blue, if you had used green, the picture would have become more bright. I was looking at my son. His face just fell. He took the drawing and went away to his room. Later, I found him lying in bed, just doodling away, and I asked him, "What are you feeling?" He said, "I'm feeling sad." Underneath that sadness, what he was actually feeling was a sense of being less and not enough. We all thrive on growth in our lives. And when we feel in some way our growth is hampered by criticism or lack of self-appreciation, then we feel less of ourselves. This also makes us sad. Now that we have understood the reasons lying underneath the feeling of sadness, let me now give you a few tips on what to do when you feel sad the next time. When you feel sad, then just be sad. It's okay to be sad. From childhood, we were told not to feel this or that. If a child is crying, the adult will say, "Why you're crying? Don't cry." If the child is sad, "Why you're sad? Come on, smile." So essentially, we're told to feel something else than what you're feeling right now. What does this do? We grow up thinking that I'm supposed to only feel happy and feeling otherwise is not good. We tend to brush away the emotions of sadness. What this does is, in the long run, the emotions of sadness pile up, and unprocessed sadness can lead to depression, mental breakdown, physical illness. So next time you're feeling sad, feel it fully. Decode the sadness. I have given you the different reasons. What is the underlying feeling beneath the sadness that you feel? Ask yourself this question. Don't just blanket it into "I'm feeling sad." Decoding really helps. Decoding takes you to the root of the emotion. Then journal that emotion. Once you have decoded exactly how you're feeling and what you're feeling and why you're feeling, write it down in detail. Journaling helps in decluttering all that is going on in your space. It just empties your mind. Or talk it out. Connect with your partner or sibling or your best friend with whom you are close to and feel safe to share. Remember, the key word is safe. Sharing is caring. Do something that will make you laugh or lighten your mood. I love to watch some of the comedy series whenever I feel sad. It just uplifts my mood. Or I sometimes just sit and keep gazing at the sea into nature. That also helps me to lighten the mood. So what is it for you that lightens your mood? Do that. For some of you, it could be exercising, running, walking, skipping, whatever it is for you. Do not sit in your home and stew in that sadness. First you feel it, then journal it, and this change your physical state, which will immediately help you to come out of your sadness. So next time you feel sad, follow these tips and come out of sadness. Did you enjoy this video? Type "I do" and let me know. Share it with your friends and family. And if you want more help from me to heal your past, there are 2 links in the caption. First is to register for my live seminar to train your brain to achieve warrior goals. Second, you can purchase my book You Matter through the link and start your personal growth journey with me. If you like this video, give me a like and share it with someone. Subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon so that you get a notification when I upload the next video. Until then, next time.